Make sure you know who a cat belongs to before you pick it up, especially if it doesn't have a collar. It's just polite manners because you don't want someone taking your cat when he doesn't have a collar and mistaking it for a stray. Hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and I apologize for my terrible looking eye. I had a little incident with getting bit by my dog. Long story. Anyway, today in this video, I'm going to do a story time about how my mom and I caught somebody walking home with our cat, and this person didn't even bother to put him in a yard. He just picked him up thinking he was a stray. So I understand it may be kind of confusing when you come across an animal that doesn't have a collar, but the best thing you can do is just take it to maybe a shelter, because there are some cats that are chipped because not a lot of people like to put collars on their cats. At least my mom and I don't. So don't walk home with the cat or pick it up, because I understand it can be confusing because there's no collar or address on the cat, but some people just don't like to put collars on the cat. So this is a story just to let you guys know, if you come across a cat in front of a yard, make sure you put the cat back in the yard you found it in front of, because it may belong to that owner. And hopefully this video will teach you guys never to pick up stray cats you may think are strays, because they may have homes that they belong to. So I'm going to get started, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So this all started, I think, maybe 17, 16, or 15 years ago. I can't remember. So I was either in 7th, 8th, or 9th grade, or I was a freshman in high school. Well, I was either still in middle school or a freshman in high school. My mom and I were on our way home from doing errands. I can't remember what we were doing. We were either were we going to a doctor's appointment or something, or were we running grocery errands? I don't remember what kind of errands we were doing, but we were coming home, and we were in the car. We were just driving home down my street, and it's a very busy local street, and we were driving down, and luckily there were no cars speeding, because usually on my street people speed down, and it's a very busy street. And we were driving home. Then all of a sudden we see somebody walking and holding a cat, and it was this kid. I think he was maybe a 6th grader or something. I don't know. He looked like he was maybe in 6th grade, and he's holding a black and white cat. And we're like, my mom and I are like, that cat looks kind of familiar. Then all of a sudden, my mom rolls down the window and looks, and it is our cat. And this kid had picked up the cat and started walking home with it. So my mom stops the car and goes, "Excuse me, that is our cat." And the kid was like, "What?" He was so confused because he didn't see a collar on the cat. And my mom is like, "That is our cat. You do not pick up someone else's cat. Where did you find that cat? Blah, 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 blah." And it was our cat Checkers. So we had this quick backstory. We used to have this cat named Checkers. He was black and white. I don't know why we didn't name him Chess, because he's black and white. Right, because Chess is black and white. But anyway, he's not red and black like Checkers is. Anyway, this kid was really confused because he thought the cat was, I can see why he was kind of confused, because he thought the cat was homeless because he didn't have a collar on. And my mom's like, telling this kid that he needs to put our cat back. And she asked him, where did you find it? And he goes, he got out through the yard, and I thought he was in front of your yard, blah, blah, blah. I thought he was a homeless cat, and blah, 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 blah. And my mom goes, can you put him back? So the kid puts the cat back in our yard and closes the gate. And the kid apologizes for accidentally picking up the cat. And I could see why he was confused, because the cat didn't have any collar on. And I do want to give a quick backstory. We never really put collars on our cats, only just because my mom and I did put collars on our cats, they would get them stuck on like branches and everything. We were worried the cats would choke. So we just never put collars on them anymore. But we did get them chipped and stuff. So basically, my mom told this kid, you don't go around picking up other people's cats and blah, 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 blah. And the kid felt really bad and apologized, and he said, I'm sorry, I was really confused. I just thought he was a homeless cat. And so my mom and I were really nice suddenly, because we did kind of feel bad for getting mad at the kid for picking up our cat, but he just shouldn't have done that, blah, 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 blah. She goes, next time you see a cat in front of someone's yard, knock on the door and ask whose cat, if this is your cat, because you don't want to go around picking up other people's cats. So the kid felt bad and said he was sorry, and we were just super nice and forgave him, because we could see why he was really confused and mistook it for a stray. So the kid put the cat back in the yard and then walked away and then continued walking. And my mom and I were super happy to get our cat back. And we definitely learned to keep the gate closed so the cats don't get in or out, don't get out of the yard anymore. And then we started to make sure like nobody picked up our cats ever again. So the moral of the story is, if you see a cat that doesn't have a collar and is standing out in front of someone's yard, pick up the cat, go to the person's house and ask if this is their cat, because you don't want to accidentally pick up a cat that you may mistake for a stray, that's in front of a yard or something, because there's some people that actually don't put collars on their cats, and you don't want to accidentally pick up someone else's cat. It's a cat that may have a home, and you don't want to accidentally walk it home. So just make sure, if a cat is in front of the yard, ask the owner if it's their cat. Don't just go and pick it up and take it away. Right, especially if the cat has gotten out of that yard. So just please keep in mind that you shouldn't be picking up other people's cats. And I understand it can be confusing when a cat doesn't have a collar, but you should also ask if you see a cat come from a yard, ask those people if that cat is theirs, because then you can make sure the cat gets returned to his rightful owner and make sure you don't accidentally mistake it for a stray. So that was a story about how somebody accidentally mistook my cat for a stray. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.